we are on. Welcome back.
Oh, yep. I'm back to Dave lost our 1 versus 1 fist fight, and he is now deceased. So moving right along.
Rest in peace.
Yep, RIP. We got a combo pod. We were able to drag Bobby back into the booth purely because he likes combo decks, and this is a pod with 3 combo decks.
Combo is the way. What do you want from me? So, this is a cool. I'm interested to see how this one plays out. We got red white Abdel, so a little different than the Abdels we've seen so far.
Yep.
We got Crackling Drake, which is not a combo deck.
No.
So either the good guy or the bad guy, depending on how you view that. And then we have Tony Baloney on Val, Agent of the Shadow Thieves, and then Lobert again on Sphinx Summoner.
Yep. The Boros Abdel, is something that a lot of people haven't really been doing a whole lot with. But it has all the pieces to do the same stuff. I mean, it gives you access to Street Urchin, which is awesome. A way to utilize all of your little tokens. And there's a lot of red cards that play really well with Abdel. So, a really cool deck, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it stacks up here.
Yeah. So, early, we got permanents in play early for Army Box on Abdel. We got Clay doing some can tripping.
Classic
blue red maneuvers. So what, I mean, we're still early on, but who do you think, what is your prediction for how this is all going to shake out?
I have no idea. It's going to be, I have no idea which of these combo decks is going to go off first. They're all like not the fastest. Clay, I think, is going to be the real player to watch here. I think where he decides to point the Drake and what they're able to interact with the Drake, how they're able to interact with the Drake is going to be like a big component of how this game plays out. Because I think whoever the Drake hits first for a significant amount of damage is going to be the one that's going to be pressured to combo first. And that's not usually how, it not usually ends well for that player.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have to see, like I said, like not even, Clay's deck isn't that fast either. It's going to be a lot of development in the early turns here. And then once I think Crackling Drake gets online is where we're going to start seeing things kind of take shape.
Yeah. And I imagine it'll probably point at the Dimir players first just because they're more likely to kill the Drake than Abdel is. But Abdel could be the one that gets out of hand soonest. So it's kind of
true. I mean, we've got Witty Roastmaster online. Not a lot of creatures entering yet, but once he gets out for the first time, makes a bunch of tokens, we're gonna really put a clock on everybody. I think with that, Thought Carrier coming down for Clay. So this is something that you turned me on to is these looters.
Yeah.
And blue combo decks, and they're really good. I've been working on Thought Harvester deck like for Nat combo, like mono blue Nat combo, and these cards are actually very, very good. Probably really underplayed, I think, largely. I don't see them very often.
Yeah, they're really, they're good early. Clay, they're good for Crackling Drake, obviously, because it helps fuel the yard, too.
Right.
Clay missing a land drop, though, which is no bueno. Also, Tony Baloney missing a land drop, but Tony has 3 rocks, though, so less concerned.
Yeah, all these decks run like a reasonable amount of lands. Abdel's on 30, which seems maybe like 1 or 2 low to me, but obviously like compensated by the fact that they have every single 2-mana rock that's ever been printed.
Yeah.
Lobber's just running off the Cabal Paladin, so there's a lot of like incidental damage going to be thrown around early here. Lobber's deck is all artifacts. People are going to be taking a lot off that thing. This is like another valve that, is going to really tighten people's interpretations of when they need to combo.
Yeah, and it's going to be tricky too because I don't know. I haven't pulled up the red white Abdel list. It doesn't necessarily have like the ton of interaction the same way the blue and the blue black decks do. So I think it's going to be,
it's like sweepers, lightning bolt.
Yeah. So there's like some removal, but I feel like Val is pretty resilient to lots of the removal that could happen from the red decks. So I do like that, especially once Agent of the Shadow Thieves gets going and online.
Yeah. Once you get its toughness up to like 5 or 6, it's pretty tough to deal with.
Yeah. So then it'll be on Lobert to
yeah,
play
just
the police. So
exactly.
can...
Yeah, it also runs like Oblivion Ring, Journey to Nowhere, but that's the only like non-damage based thing other than Generous Gift, I think.
Yeah. And usually those are combo pieces, but the good thing about them is they're combo pieces that can sit in wait. So
yeah, Clay gesturing to his lightning bolt here. Or is that chain lightning? Oh, it's chain lightning.
Chain lightning. So wait,
Nice.
Commander Sphere into chain lightning on the Roast Master. Interesting.
I do like my chain lightnings. It's a card that I think gets unfairly maligned as a sorcery speed removal spell, but it's 1 mana, 3 damage, and it can go face,
Yeah. The chain lightning's good. I mean, it could have been copied there if I wanted to and taken out a Cabal Paladin too, but...
Hold on to that treasure, I guess.
Those are my favorites when you have the ability to take
a card I like quite a bit is Chain of Disappearances, like the blue unsummon Chain Lightning. The card's pretty sweet too.
Yeah. Chain of Vapor and cDH regularly hits quite a few permanents. So
Alright, so here comes Vol. Those of you who don't know, Vol taps to add mana equal to toughness, I believe, but can't use it to cast spells. Is that right?
Yep. Colorless mana equal to its toughness, and then you can use it to do anything except cast spells from hand. So usually it's activating abilities or filtering into whatever. Ultimately, it's trying to combo off with Freed from the Real type things. With the help of a mana filter like Energy Refractor or something. So
right. Arcane Signet comes down for Lobbert. Everyone takes 2 damage. A cool axis on Cabal Paladin is that it does damage, not life loss, so you can Ophidian Eye it and all that stuff.
Yeah, I
Sigil of Sleep, all that.
Yeah, I want to play it in like Snake Umbra and so many things all the time. So.
Going to town. It is a 4/2. Just send it in. Ship it.
Going at the Abdo player is interesting.
Yep.
Or no, did it? I can't tell now. Clay's at 25, so.
I don't recall who took what. I think Clay... No, I think it went to Abdel, because Clay took 3 from the Witty Roast Master and then 1 from the Witty Roast Master activation thing. Yeah. Okay. So we're scroll shifting the prize statue. I assume?
Yep.
Oh, he's got 2. Okay, you can see the little number 2 there. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's probably going to hit a Val. If I were to wager.
It looks like he's targeting... I mean, Lobber just picked up his hand, which makes me think that it's targeting the Paladin, but I do think that Vol, like, getting the commander attacks high on Vol is going to be, like, a good way to slow them down.
Yeah. There may be discussions and or threats happening regarding the resolution of this, depending on its target. So.
Clay just observing.
Clay's like, yeah, sure.
Pretty relaxed. There he goes, Vol.
There's maybe an argument for leaving it under the O-ring because Abdel wants to flicker that thing.
Sure.
And if you... I mean, right now there's not a lot for Abdel to, be excited about putting under it, so...
Yeah.
But then you're at the mercy of their decision-making unless you have bounce, so...
Yeah, and it's kind of like that thing too, right? Like leaving it under the Oblivion Ring to just kind of like save it there until you can bounce the ring and combo it on your turn.
Yeah. But the issue with Val is you need it to grow before you're comboing, so you can't
Oh, sure, that makes
save it
sense.
the same way. So it's kind of rough, but
It's like Clay did a loot on end step, discard borrowing 100,000 arrows. Not the game for that card, I think.
yeah, I've seen Clay discard that card twice, so it may not be long for the deck, but
Yeah.
there are definitely games where that card will shine, but we have not seen them. So
Yeah, no, I've cast it several times, and if you can set it up to draw 3 or 4, then it's really good. Otherwise, it's kind of mopey because it is sorcery speed.
yeah. So we got careful study out of Clay. Just fueling the fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who do the people think will win? People are split between Abdel, Sphinx Summoner, and someone put 10 points on Val. So
Okay. On the board.
yeah, no one believes in Clay. That's all right, Clay. Time to show him. Prove him wrong.
Prove him wrong. Exactly.
I imagine we just get a Drake here.
It's what, up to 4, 5, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, nothing's like Abdel resolving isn't like the greatest, but it's not the most scary right now either because they'd have to use 2 treasures to do it. So
Right.
And they only hit 2 permanents. So
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Crashing Drawbridge comes down, and we're gonna cast the Shadow Thieves. Just use all our mana. Pretty efficient. Or no, not even. He's got 2 more.
yeah. So this is now it's in a spot where it could potentially Val could enter, attack, get buffed, and combo right away. I mean, you still need a lot of mana to set that up, but we're getting that set up at least. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what Robert did, just running out this Cabal Paladin. This is a game where it's definitely not going to be like the thing that people are going to be like frothing at the mouth to interact with.
Yeah.
They're just going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, here comes Astrolabe. Everyone takes 2 more.
And it's just going to get to attack a ton into this. I mean,
yeah.
Abdel's wide open. Clay's wide open enough. Like,
yeah, just like, yeah, put it up against Tony's Crashing Drawbridge. Like,
oh, nice.
4 powers, big game.
Do believes in Clay.
Play more stuff.
Sphinx Summoner here.
Yep. Another Paladin trigger. Yeah. Set up another Paladin trigger of whatever you fetch.
I'm curious what Clay... I mean, Clay must just be set on countering Abdel.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure why else no Drake. I guess maybe there's a draw spell, but...
He's only got, what, 4 cards in the end?
Yeah. Might be kicking himself for not casting Drake that turn.
Yeah.
I'm in the Team Clay cheering section 2, do.
Hell yeah.
Even though I really want the combo decks to win. But I like rooting for an underdog, so.
Exactly. It's way more fun.
Ethereum Sculptor, which is also going to the table.
Yep. And Secretor. First.
Which is also going to the table. This is Cabal Paladin doing its best gunner snipe impression right now.
Yeah.
Just doing some work.
And then it attacks.
This Cabal Paladin has survived longer than any gutter snipe I've ever cast. So, and I think it's done more damage as a result.
It's a gutter snipe that attacks for 4, which is like wild.
All right, my guess is here comes Abdel. Yep.
This is like a kind of mopey Abdel, but you got to get something on the board.
Yeah, you gotta stop eating attacks from a 4-2. Sleepy.
Yeah, and now at least like, you have the ring under your Abdel so that when you next flicker it, you can maybe pull the paladin. Get a couple soldiers, and we'll pass to Clay. On instep, we're gonna wizard cycle. Find us a wizard. Take a look here. What do we have? Is it just Murmuring Mystic and Shipwreck Dowser? Or I guess an Aether Mage. No, not Aether Mage, Trinket Mage. And he's a Wind Rider. So he's got a couple things. Mystic is, I think, clearly the best one here.
Yeah.
The other ones are just kind of like bullets. But this one's quite generically powerful.
Yeah, Clay's trying to plan for the slow game, it seems like, with that.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, he's not really in a rush. I think, the combo deck's going to do a pretty good job of trying to manage each other. So, we'll see.
Do with a gift sub to Alcadron. Thank you, Do. Now Alc doesn't have to watch ads.
Nobody gift me a sub because I would prefer to watch the ads, thank you.
You're asking for it now.
I need to know what new products State Farm has for me.
Alright.
Here we go. Untap, upkeep, draw. We've got 5 mana, an untapped Thought Courier, and a 5 spell count for a Crackling Drake.
So many options.
I really just want to see Crackling Drake come down and then immediately get a Cloud of the Dominus. I really want to see it. Will Clay oblige me? I don't know.
I never want to see that, to be honest with you. So,
well, as a player, sure, but as a spectator, let's see. So we're gonna Thought Courier on main phase. Got a land. So now we could play Crackling Drake and 2 Clouds of the Dominus.
I got bad news for you, based on how that card works. Unless you're throwing one on Thought Courier, in which case
you do them.
Go ahead.
You do them simultaneously. Okay, so never mind. Here we got Murmuring Mystic with 2 mana up. This is kind of a good place to be. Like when you can just like deploy something like that and then hold up counter magic or something. Murmuring Mystic, part of the best class of card in the format. Cards that give you free stuff for just playing Magic.
What do we do?
Yeah, so Tony's got access to 6 mana. Vol is now up to, is it 5? Is she 3 or?
Okay. 6. It costs 6, sorry.
Oh, she's a 4 mana spell? Okay. I'm not totally familiar with the card, so. Yeah. Or the stats on it. So, okay, so he could spend his whole turn doing that, or he could do something else.
Yeah, a 50-50 shot of doing that or not doing that.
We got a Cabal Ritual, so we're going up +1 mana here. We've got 3 black. One, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna Ritual out of all, so we have Arcane Signet up. Give it hasten attack. Oh, would be a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
What's Labra gonna do? What's he gonna do about it if you just attack him? Yeah.
That's the spirit.
This is what I like to see.
Yeah, Labra can't do anything.
Yeah, he's not gonna block this. No chance. Free damage.
Boom.
3 commander damage. So easy.
Yeah, or lose your secret door, bud. Yeah, no. 3 it is. The Voltron plan has begun.
That's right.
Only a few more of those. Lobber is going to be one eating those attacks because of
Yep.
the Cabal Paladin nonsense, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's got a little ways to go before his life total is in line with everyone else, and yeah, it's gonna keep dropping. So, or everyone else's life total is gonna keep dropping.
Yeah, I don't know how many other like buffs are in Tony's deck. I'd have to pull it up, but I mean, there's a non-zero chance that it. I mean, Chimera damage could be a real thing that Lobber has to deal with at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, certainly.
Tadiova isn't stinky. Get out of here, Alk.
Tadiova is stinky.
If drawing cards and gaining life is stinky, then
Yeah, PU.
I want to be the stinkiest. So.
PU.
So, I mean, just saying that makes Gretchen pretty stinky too.
No, Gretchen is not inherently stinky because you, the player, have to force her to draw you cards.
Okay, well, Alcadron actually disagrees. Said maybe second sig is behind Gretchen. Oh, sorry, Slats. We'll let you talk to State Farm.
I think Gretchen gets a pass on a technicality.
Okay, well then, in that case, I'm cool not being stinky.
Yeah.
As long as I'm chilling with Gretchen. All right, so what are we doing?
We're waiting on the turn to pass for some reason here.
There's lots of talking about things. Lots of nothing happening though.
Yeah. That's some hand fiddling.
We get to see Lobert talking though, so
yeah.
It looks like Harrison's thinking about sniping something.
We're gonna flicker Abdel. Okay, so we're gonna ring something here.
Oh, so they might have been talking about what is the scariest on Lobert's board. Is my guess.
I don't know. I mean, he's got 4 cards in hand. He's got a long way to go, I think, to combo out here. So.
Yeah, I mean, we know there's an Ethereum Sculptor. So.
That's true.
But I mean, that's still.
Yeah, Paladin.
Quite a few things away from combo. That's the tough part about Ashnod's combo decks is they need so many pieces, but people get so terrified of it because once you find one, and you have a tutor in the command zone, so Robert has that going against him, but
like the exile on the ring is like really critical.
Yeah. Until you kill Abdel, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but like that's the thing, right? Like with Summoner, it can recur all of its stuff so much. Like, just sitting things in exile is a pretty big game.
Yep. Is this about to be a Lorien reveal? Yep.
Yeah. I'm loving people paying the full freight on the Lorien reveals so far this event.
Like, it's just drawing 3 cards is a good feeling. Good. Oh, the Muffin verse was saved. Okay. See, and that's why
you need the ads. How else will we know about the state of the Muffin verse?
I'm about to Google this commercial just to see
what the Muffin verse.
But
all right, so we're gonna play Lonely Sandbar, Roland return here. Oh, no, that's Lobert. What am I talking about?
4 mana kicker for 2 extra cards.
All right, it's still Lobert's turn. What am I talking about? All right, we're going to attack the Swing Summoner. Here we go.
Lobert's bashing probably at Tony, it looks like.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do. I think Clay's just content to let him fight it out a little bit here.
Yeah, Clay's not really taking
just
an active role, so Clay also doesn't have the cards to do that, so he went kind of all in on like the careful study, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those cards, but they do help fuel the Drake. But going down on a card just to filter, yeah.
Yeah, you got to really care about your graveyard count. But
yeah.
All right, so we got a command tower. 4 soldiers and an Abdel.
I bet we turn. Yeah, so turn sideways.
Yeah, combat. Attack with 2 soldiers.
No Abdel. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we'll get there.
There we go. It's probably going at Lobert, I would think.
I'd imagine.
Oh.
Yeah. Block a token, take 5. Oh no, he attacked Abdel at Tony. Okay.
Huh.
Robert took a 1.
Ardent Elementus Gearing Clouds. Oh gosh. We're
doing it, boys.
We're in combo land already. I mean, there's no outlet for the win yet, but the combo's there.
Make it soldiers.
Yeah. You need the Harrison does need another way to flicker Abdel before it starts going, but that is probably not that hard in a deck full of flickers. So, Clay now needs to be ready to point things at everyone. So,
yep. Windrider Wizard, another card that's really, really good.
Yeah.
More free stuff. Yeah, it's really tough. Like if you have the means to interact, you know, how do you when do you pull the trigger as the one non-combo player? You know.
I just feel like I would have wanted to establish Drake on one of these turns for one more mana.
I agree. I probably would have done that too a couple turns ago just to get something going.
Yeah, like instead of cycling for the Murmuring Mystic, just deploying the Drake while no one can do anything too scary. Seems good because everyone's at the point where they're nearing scary, so your Drake is not going to be the thing that eats removal.
Right.
But interesting.
Yeah. So Lobert is still the Shadow Thieves target here.
Yeah. I can't tell if Tony or Val or Abdel is scarier. Both are like very, very, very close to just winning.
Yeah. It's really tough to parse, like, who's going to try it first.
Yeah. I mean, Tony needs 2 pieces, a filter, and an untapper. I guess 3 and a way to win, but
yeah.
So maybe Tony's not as scary as I would think, but we shall see.
Fighting. Going to combat. A 4/5 or a 4. Is it 4/5? Is it 2/3 normally? Let me look. I can figure this out. Yeah, 2/3. So it's 4/5. Death Touch indestructible. Well, hit Lobber for 4. No blocks. Can tap for 5 colorless.
Something cool incoming. I just want to see a Bonder's Ornament and then tap to activate Bonder's Ornament. So I'm a simple man. Simple pleasure.
You just like to see it. You could just think about it a little bit more.
Yeah. I feel like Tony has some of the cards to combo based on the thinking here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just is it worth going for? Or...
I don't know. He got what, 4 cards, so let's see.
Okay,
Okay,
well
Longbow.
there's the
That's a good one.
outlet. So now you just need an untapper that works. So
This is a deck that runs. What's that? Okay, so he's not on like Singing Bell or
yeah, I
what's
don't
that? The
think
Bell
so.
Strike. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just on Freed, Galvanic Alchemist, and Vision Graph Mage.
Yep. Yep.
So you would need a filter for all of those as well. So that's like the
Yeah.
awkward
Okay.
part.
Yeah, sort of thing. So we got Longbow. So yeah, we just need the other.
Yeah, untapper and mana converter. So lots of thinking here.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he has part of it, but the issue is once he gets it, he like is forecasting that he has it soon.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but she's kind of done already by just tanking forever. So
We still got 3 cards, access to 2 more mana.
this saves the Ardent.
Or 3 cards,
This
I
puts
guess.
the Ardent in trouble though. So
Right.
can stop Abdel probably.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's very little redundancy for Ardent Elementalist. That actually is like meaningful. I don't think he runs anything else in the list, like Biblioplex Assistant. But it looks like the only way to rebuy spells in the deck. Alright, we just pass. Yeah, that's a good thing to could just leave up Longbow and see, what happens.
Yeah.
Alright, here's a Sculptor. We knew about that one.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, if Flaubert does have it, he's got a lot of mana to work with here just to play everything. There's a filter.
There's an Energy Refractor. Tony's just like, give me that. Give me it now.
Yeah, exactly. So what do we need from Flaubert still to combo off here? What are we looking for?
A lot. We need Ashnod's Altar. We need both of the recursion dudes, and then we need. That's it. I mean, that gets you there, but that's 3 cards. So
Yeah.
the secret door's already there. So and you have the refractor to convert the mana there, which is nice. But
Yeah. Still a ways to go. Luckily, it still attacks for 3 in the air, which definitely matters.
yeah. Finding the Ashnod's Altar is always like the worst part of this deck.
Right. That's when everyone just like keys in on you.
Because Sphinx's Summoner can get you all the retrievers. But oh man, if Harrison tries to go for a Cloud Shift here,
Yep. Here we go.
this is where Tony's time to shine.
Well, let's see if Clay wants to do anything first. I can't imagine he will, but
I mean, if I were Clay, I'd be like, hey, Tony, you should probably stop us from losing. Play your seat, like.
Yeah. A ginger touch to his lands. Oh, we're gonna do something. All right. Blue red. Electrickery overloaded.
That's pretty good.
That does work here. Gets Clay a bird, gets Clay a loot. Off the Windrider Wizard. Is there something... Well, on the back of this, Tony can, like, ping the Ethereum Sculptor, too. or the. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to do the summoner, but you could definitely go to the sculptor.
Yeah, it's probably worth taking that out if this
Yeah.
resolves, but it's also tricky because you maybe want to wait till next turn.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm just trying to imagine a world where, because none of the recommission effects get that Ardent Elementalist back, so
Right.
you're relying on like a late to dinner or something, and I don't know if I could pull up the list to see if
I don't think I'd be very surprised if he ran that card.
same.
Yeah, there's no way to recur it.
Yeah, so once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, then at that point we're just looking for like Biblioplex Assistance, the only other piece of redundancy for that.
No Revolutionist in the list?
No, no Revolutionist.
Darn.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a little peek here. But yeah. I mean, Clay got some value out of that, but I'm still kind of surprised with not making.
Okay, so it looks like we had a Lawrence escape, probably targeting the Elementalist. But if he was a per red, then we can just ping it. Tony can just ping it.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Is it protection?
Oh no, it's hexproof indestructible. Never mind. Well,
Yeah.
then we need to do it with it on stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, game gets a lot harder once he establishes like Elementalist plus Cloud Shift.
Yeah. Tony thinking about it. The good thing is the Electricity is still gonna. I mean, it's gonna eat the rest of the tokens too.
Right.
So that's good. And the cloud shift's still gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, Tony's life total is a very real consideration. He's at 11 right now. Like, an Abdel is tough to block if he chooses to attack him. But at this point, like, I mean, I think it's okay to cash in your drawbridge to buy yourself 4 life if you need to.
Yeah. I mean, you don't care about the haste anymore.
Yeah.
Until, I mean, something could get O-ringed here.
That's true.
I don't know if it would, but I really don't know why Harrison went for this end of turn when there's a Viridian Longbow sitting in play. I mean, I guess you think you're okay with the Lawrence too, maybe? Just
right.
Like,
I don't think he was anticipating the Electricity.
yeah. I mean, you're not in any rush to do that there, so.
Yeah. Well, you know what it feels like when you get the pieces, you have everything, and you're just like, yes, you feel the power surging through you.
Nah, I'm not comboing till I'm on the brink
Don't
of
you feel
death.
that? Bobby, don't you just love recklessly comboing?
No, I do not. I combo at the last possible moment. If
I know, because that's how you beat me like every time we play.
I need to be at 1 life or it doesn't count as a win. That's
right.
That's how it works.
You're very skilled at giving your opponent those stories of, if I only had 1 more turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never had another turn. It was never
They
the
never
cards.
did. So you are already dead, right?
Yeah. All right, so we untap here finally. The longest end step that ever end stepped.
Big Salval with the ring.
And we got a
Crimson Fleet Commodore. Five 2 grants Monarch.
Oh, and just pass. All right.
Fair enough.
No
if I'm Clay, that's what I want to see.
I would have swung with. Huh.
Yeah, send Abdel into the red zone. Absolutely.
Yeah, get it going in Lobert's direction. Like, go anywhere.
It's easy. I think, for a lot of combo players, it's easy to, like, look at your creatures and, like, view them as combo pieces, but they can attack and block.
Yeah.
And if they can, if it's free, then you should just do it.
If they can, they should.
Yeah. Because, like, there's not much cracking back going on here. If, like, you attack with your Abdel, like, what are you in danger of,
Yeah. I'm not trying to, always win by combat, but
you want to set the stage in case you are forced into that position. Like, if you're unable to combo with Abdel and you just kind of, like, have to attack, it's much better to have your opponent already at, like, 12 commander damage or whatever than 0.
Yeah.
Play frantically waving his arms over here. Indicating what? I don't know. But he has a lot of mana. He's got a solid suite of creatures on the board. looks like the Drake counter is up to 7.
The Drake that will never exist.
That he'll never cast because he's too cowardly to cast it.
Yeah.
Too afraid.
This is a Voltron deck, Clay. I got news for you. You gotta play your commander to do the Voltron thing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We did it, everybody. We got there.
Bullying. This just goes to show bullying works.
That's right. Trigger, draw card.
Don't actually bully people. Thanks.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Bobby, the last life is the only one that counts. Exactly.
That's absolutely correct.
You get it out. Because that's the favorite one of yours to,
Okay, and then Clay's just going to pass. Clay's going to pass with an untapped Windrider Wizard, an untapped Bird Illusion.
Why? There needs to be more combat happening in this.
There need to be penalties for people that don't attack with their
creatures. You should
creatures.
lose a life for each damage you leave.
If you don't attack with your creatures, you don't attack other players, they attack you. That's the rule.
Yeah.
All right. The drawbridge is stringing up its bow.
Downshift Angelic Trumpet. I have to look up what that card is.
Downshift Angelic. Angel's Trumpet is it's a shit show.
All right. And
it gives every creature vigilance, and at the end of your turn, for every creature that did not attack, it deals a damage to you.
Okay, no, that seems fine.
just like a global enchantment, basically. That it exists as like an emblem. We are snuffing out.
What are we snuffing out?
It's a good question. We're paying the 4. Wow, so Lobert has really cracked the code. We're paying 4 for snuff out, 5 for Lorien Revealed.
Yeah, we pay mana for our spells
modes.
Over here.
The secret modes on all these cards. Clay's gonna loot in response, it looks like.
Angel's Trumpet is great because it doesn't punish me for playing guys that tap to untap lands, so deal.
That's right.
I'll just activate Gretchen a bunch and lose the 1 for Gretchen. That's fine.
Clay's tapping some mana, so this makes me think that snuff out is aimed at him.
You see a river, you come to a river, whatever that card is.
Yeah, it bounces a thing or makes a thing unblockable.
Yeah.
Looks like it's targeting the Mystic, so we're going to bounce the Mystic in response. Good Crackling Drake card, that's for sure. Oh, Metallic Rebuke. Wow. Albert does not like this Murmuring Mystic, no sir.
I'm intrigued by this line of things happening. If I'm Tony, I'm excited about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is great news for everybody except for Clay.
Yeah.
At least we get an extra token.
There's not a lot to think about here, Clay. Let's just keep it moving. Be sad. Yep.
So resolving everything in order here. Illusion enters.
Loot.
Gonna loot. Windrider Wizard just lets you see so many cards in decks like this. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Ditching a Bolt. Jeez, okay.
It's interesting.
All right, what's your opinion on Windrider Wizard if you have no cards in hand? Do you do it
It's
anyway?
less good.
Fierce Mill?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Do you do it? It's a May, right? So you...
I mean, if I'm playing Crackling Drake, probably.
Yeah.
So strange that Windrider Wizard is untapped. What's it blocking? I'm never gonna let this go.
I mean, you shouldn't. People need to learn how to attack. And that's coming from me. That's saying something, right? I'm the one telling people to attack. You know something's wrong.
You were the one not 5 minutes ago talking about how you're gonna all the ways that you could prevent your creatures from attacking.
Right. But that's me. I'm
right.
the exception.
Alright, looks like Lobber's gonna main phase Venture. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Gain a life. It's the first step there. So he must not have a ton going on. Or that he wants to deploy at least, if he's willing to do that. Send it in the Sphinx. Looks like it's going to Abdel. But I could be wrong. Got a response. Sacrifice treasure, tap command tower. Probably going to Abdel to get the Monarch. Otherworldly Journey. So this is a delayed flicker. It's going to come back at the end step rather than immediately.
Yeah.
But it'll come back as a 5/5. In response, we're going to go for the throat. Okay, so Lobber's just got all the removal
Water,
keyed
it's
up
like,
here.
I still have all these.
He's going for Abdel's throat.
Abdel is a creature that, probably deserves it more often than not.
At least, he still gets to do the things that he wanted to do anyway, like the ring and the statue still enter.
Yeah.
So, not the worst. Okay, he's going to take out the Sphinx Summoner, which is good and bad. It's going to save him the Monarch, but it's going to queue up Lobbert for a tutor next turn. That's kind of the tricky thing about Sphinx Summoners. Every time you interact with it, it just moves Lobbert closer to comboing.
Yeah, I mean Abdel's kind of the same way, right? Because they're very awkward to interact with. And interacting with them in ways that remove them from the table is usually still beneficial for.
Yeah, we just saw it right there, right? Obviously Abdel was trying to flicker Abdel to use Oblivion Ring, and he ended up with that same end result anyway.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity for Clay to swing in for 9 on his turn here.
I wish Clay was playing double strike spells. I talked to him about it before. He's like, "Nah, I don't need those." And I'm just like, "But you actually get to one shot people." And he's like, "I don't need to worry about that. This would be a great scenario to one shot someone."
Psychotic Bodyguard one turn too late here. Yeah, I mean, you can, and Raking Claws, you can always cycle. All right, so Commodore is swinging in for 5. I love the thing has 5 power and it tramples.
Yeah, I mean it dies to being looked at funny with 2 toughness, but
but it takes something with it
on this board. 2 toughness.
It's he's going at Clay, going to block with the Wizard, take 3 trample, but trade him off.
Why?
Interesting.
At Clay.
So his plan has come to fruition. Clay has blocked with the Windrider Wizard. The 5D chess is played off.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess did Clay? No, because Clay didn't attack. No one attacks, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting attack.
Yeah.
Especially when you can flicker this O-ring to deal with a Crackling Drake at some point.
Right.
Unless you're worried about it coming at you right now, but I think Lobbert and Tony are scarier to play, or they should be, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonable. Cycle Forgotten Cave, draw card.
Island. Ooh, I would have held on to that, but especially if you're about to activate it now.
Right. Gotta send it in. Just turn it sideways. You know what? Cash in the Commander Sphere. Draw a card off that thing. You've got 7 mana, 7 lands.
There are 37 minutes left in the round.
I think it's reasonable to expect this game to wrap up in that time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
This round should end a little on time. There were not as many extensions and weird things going on this time around. So
Right. All right, so Lobber takes 9 from the Crackling Drake. The prophecy has been fulfilled. Crackling Drake has dealt combat damage.
Clay learned how to attack. I'm so
Yep.
proud.
It's coming more naturally to him, I think, every game.
They grow up so fast. All right, Tony, what you got? There's a lot of talking during this draw step.
Land,
nice
Forge of Heroes.
Yeah.
But if that this is the time to draw it, right? Right after Vol gets killed.
Yeah. Vol costs 8 now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I guess it's a little
so you
off.
don't get to activate it, but
it's a bummer.
I'm surprised. Did we anything get pinged at the end of turn from the drawbridge? No.
I don't think so. Clay's still got both his illusions.
There's a bodyguard and 2 soldiers still.
Yeah. I'll just kill that bodyguard. Just take it out.
Or just, throw it at someone's face.
Yeah. We're just going to pass to Lobert. Who...
Yeah, Tony's going to wait till he can just win on the spot, I think, with drawbridge.
Yep.
Sphinx Summoner incoming.
Yep. I tapped over to the stream and to watch a Fortnite advertisement. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Mentioning I'm probably butchering this, aphotic wisps as a way to dodge snuff out. That's cute.
Yeah, that's a cool card.
Super cute. All right, we got Sphinx Summoner. I imagine this is going to get a Retriever or something.
Yeah, he's got to start putting pieces together a little bit here.
Yeah.
Enough messing around. And I want that ball to get that longbow back a little bad. Here's what I want. I want it to attack, I want it to get death touch, and I want it to kill something.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't it? All right, what are we getting? Filigree Intendant. We're going for beats.
Oh, we are on the aggro plane. That trades with a big Drake, probably.
Sure does.
Here it comes.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw it on out there. Yeah, just something to block. What is this infinite token gonna say? Artifact. Oh, he's just counting artifacts. Okay. Okay, so 6-3. It's not bad. Oh, 8-3. Okay, that's even better.
That is large and in charge.
Yes. Here comes Abdel. We're back, boys.
I know you miss me.
Still with like the same 2.
Yeah, this has been
like mopey things.
The least scary looking Abdel.
I know.
I mean, and it was threatening combo early though, so
Right. Well, just that prize statue just making an extra treasure, it's been really influential.
Yeah, because no rocks, just
Yeah. And now at least he has the bodyguard if any shenanigans. Back to Clay. Or are we back to Clay? Did you draw a card?
Yep.
Okay. Oh no, he's looting. Okay. That's what we're doing. Muddle goes away. See, if he had double strike, supposed to muddle for
that's
battle
a
rage.
win right there. That's killing someone.
Yeah.
Drawing a card. Could have been an island being discarded instead of played last turn. So many options.
Old man Clay.
Your words. I don't want that at all.
He'd be the first to cop to it.
Yeah. All right. Do we have... We have Judge Liam being summoned to table 1 and to table 4. Wow. Good luck, Liam.
There he goes. All right. I think this Commander Sphere, as long as this usefulness, I think it should have been gone a couple turns ago, honestly. Like, we just need to get more cards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff here that would be really helpful. He just needs to like draw into something. Because now like Lobber's not a very appealing target anymore if you can trade with your Drake.
Yeah, this is just going for the slow grindy plan. Works against other fair decks, but if you're not pressuring the combo decks, you just kind of give them enough time to develop, and then you're not closing out on them. Mm-hmm. Especially when you haven't done anything that's like giving you positive card advantage this whole game. Like,
yeah. Abdel gonna take just 10 to the dome. Play putting a magic card face down on his playmat.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I guess it's tricky with Tony. You don't want to kill Tony necessarily yet. But, man.
Oh, I got the Monarch, okay. Oh, that's what that signifies as Monarch.
Can't you tell?
Absolutely not.
Clearly says, this is my crown. I get to draw a card EOT.
I mean, that's what he needs to do. Like, in the face of 3 combo decks, Clay just needs more resource. He needs access to more things. Because, these little speed bumps, and by little, I mean, you know, a filigree attendant that can block and trade with his creature, like, it just stonewalls him.
And also threatens lethal against him pretty quickly. So once those birds are dispatched, but
right.
I wonder if there's some bargaining that could go on between Tony and Lobert to kill the Clay.
Yeah, I mean, Clay could even just like align himself with one of the combo decks to like kill the other ones. You know, just provide just a damage to clock while he leaves them untouched to do what they want.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways you can position yourself as like the one combat damage deck in a deck of combo. Or a pot of combo. Alright. So now we can redeploy Vol and tap the Forge, but looks like instead going to transmute to Shred Memory. That's good. What do we get with Shred Memory, Bobby? Off the top of your head, go.
Wizard Cycler, Vidalcan Aether Mage.
What about
or Echoing Truth? That's also good.
Or are they going to set up Clay to just take a big hit from this Filigree Attendant? I can't imagine.
Did nothing get pinged again with this? This drawbridge also needs to choose more violence. So.
These are American dollars left on the table here.
Yeah. And that's not even attacking, so that's even more like.
Yeah, can't even
have to use those. All right, so yeah, just got that Queen Truth and Pass, looked like. So.
All right. Sure.
Only 3 cards in hand for Val.
Mm.
Thoughtcast for Lobert.
Does he have the requisite affinity to cast it for 1?
It sure looks like it.
Okay.
I believe 8 is more than 4, so I'm gonna say yes.
In most circles, it is, yes.
I know Alcadron's our math guy, so I'll wait for final judgment.
Yeah. Remember he's deceased.
Oh yeah, sorry. Rest in peace.
Yeah. So we'll never know. Combat. Can't imagine these are going anywhere but Clay. If for no other reason than to get the Monarch back.
Out confirming from Beyond the Grave that 8 is in fact greater than 4. So
I don't trust ghosts. Apologies. Oh. Ethereum Sculptor getting in there. Definitely going to Clay.
Islane had a rough pod. 3-man pods. Yeah. It's tough tough when you need 4-man pods. People not showing up, stuff gets wonky.
So it looks like Clay I think the Flyers are going elsewhere, and the Sculpture went at Clay to get Monarch, just to trade it off. But yeah, the 10 hit for Abdel, put them in a position where they're just dead on board to whatever. Thanks,
Handing
Clay.
over. And rest in peace, Abdel.
Yeah, R.I.P. It looks like Tony took 3. So was the Attendant at Abdel and the Summoner at Tony.
And then we got Malcator. Was this something Watcher?
Malcator's Watcher. Yeah, 1/1 Flying Vigilance, and when it dies, you draw a card. Something to get in the way of the Drake.
That is really well at blocking Crackling Drake.
Yeah. Very good at blocking Crackling Drake. So
Sky Scanner also good. Yeah.
So Clay does have a few good outs here. A Breath Weapon, for example, would be very good.
Yeah.
Electric is already gone. Is he playing?
I mean, 2 removal spells. I don't know if you want to deploy them like that, but you might just have to.
Yeah, it looks like he's just on Breath Weapon, not on Cannonade as well.
Survey says.
Brainstorm.
All right, we got some match reporting. All right, we got Nolan with the win. Malcolm Breaches with a bye and 2 wins, so unscathed into the top 4. That's pretty neat.
Seems good.
And then Joshua on turn 3 or turn 7, pod 3. Got it.
Got a frantic search from Clay. Go to great lengths to tap his lands when he's just going to untap them in 1 second.
Look, you got to think it out real hard.
It feels like writing an essay in a double space essay in font size 13 or whatever to get an extra half page.
You got to add that 1/8 of an inch to the margins to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we got.
Okay. Step through, goes to the bin, and then they all untap. I think this is still end of Lobert's turn. Okay, so we're going to tap and go here. I think Drake's at 12 or 13.
All right. Yeah, it looks like it's 12.
Ponder. Go up to 13. Ponder is exactly the kind of thing Clay needs right now. Just something to dig. Robert's only got 2 cards in hand. Blue, blue. Quick. Blue, blue, red, red, red. What could it be? Off the top of your head, go.
Oh, now it's so much more.
Shipwreck Dazzler.
Ooh, that's going to go get an Electrickery, which should clear the way for
Drake.
Yeah, I like that. That kills a Lobert.
Sure does.
Counterspell from Lobert. All right. Does Tony want to help the death of the Lobert is the question.
If I were Tony, I would say yes. Unless you don't care and you can just win on your turn. So the Dowser should be in the graveyard. Are we just doing it like looting on the stack? Yeah, probably. Counterspell resolves. Dowser goes bye-bye.
I mean, I think you still just swing out. Well, it's tough. You can't like swing out at Lobert.
Yeah.
Because that filigree thing is very, 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 very threatening. So.
Yep. Yeah, you need to get a couple things back. I would never leave less than 2 untapped blockers for that thing. Yeah, so now it becomes kind of tough. Like, you could try shipping it into Tony and see what happens, but that doesn't really do a ton for you. I mean, it just
kill
kills Tony, but
and then you're... I don't
kind of playing from behind, yeah.
Yeah. You'd rather have his 4 cards. Like, Lobert is pretty terrifying right now, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's either kill Tony or start whittling away the
Well,
like,
Tony has Echoing Truth, so...
Oh, that's true, yeah.
That also is not the...
It's not as appealing. So we're just...
Maybe passing, maybe thinking about before.
Yeah.
This is... Oh, okay, we're finally doing something.
Okay. Oh, so I guess he can tap and kill a thing, then bounce the other one? Maybe? Oh, no, he's passing, okay.
Yeah, Clay should have tried to negotiate for the death of Lobert. That's my argument. But the issue is, Tony has to have something to not die the following turn, so...
Yeah, exactly. This is just kind of like the uncomfortable position of having 3 players in a game.
Everyone has just like, a gun pointed at the other.
Yeah. All right. So Lobert has infinity mana. And 1 card in hand, now 2 on his draw step. Right. So we got a Chalice. Ever playing Chalice on 4? Why not?
Mana is
We're
good.
gonna scry one from Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Not bad.
I don't.
Goes at the bottom.
What all is in that dungeon? All right, let's look.
So it's like gain 1, scry 1, then a choice of 2 things, then scry 2, choice of 2 things, scry 3, and then draw 3 cards, cast 1 for free. I don't remember what like the middle things are.
Yeah, it's gain 1, scry 1, and then treasure or something can't attack until next turn. Scry 2, and then exile the top 2. You may play them or create
that's
2
right.
1/1 skeletons.
Or make skeletons, right. Okay. It's a lot of scrying. That's what I like it for. It really helps you dig. All right, so Lobert's going to pass, drop her Monarch. Clay's going to up the turn counter and go. Lobert leaving with 3 black mana inconspicuously. So yeah, so this is like a big turn. Like, this is the one where you can kind of negotiate to get rid of that Malcader's Watcher, but I guess he did leave up the Attendant to block this turn too.
Yeah, and you're probably
fear
not.
Of that.
And if I'm Tony, I'm not agreeing to use Echoing Truth and the thing to try to.
Right, yeah, you don't want to do that. Just go to Mountain. So, okay, so
yeah,
boy, look at him go. He's discarding lands now.
Lobber has a ton of blue mana. Just hiding, hidden, acting like it's not blue.
Yeah, so he got access to a couple,
Ooh, sacking the Commander Sphere.
Finally. Get it out of here. Give me that card.
Do something amazing.
Amazing. I'm ready for it. Okay, so
draw
3
is pretty cool.
It's not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is more than 10. I can do that math.
Nice, dude. 1, 2, 3. You still got 5 mana to work with. Yeah, like, it's even something just to give Drake Trample is like really powerful. Like even like Crash Through or something, which I don't think he's on.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But would probably be fine in a deck like this, honestly.
Yeah, he has a few of like the unblockable spells, but
yeah. Okay, Treasure Cruiser. We're gonna draw 3 more cards, so we're digging.
He did it. He found the stuff that draws things.
Nice. That's step 1. Now all we need to do is find something that does something. We found the cards that give. Now we need the cards that do. I wish he had. I just keep saying, like, I come back to like, I wish he had this card. I wish he had this card. I wish he had this card. I want him to fling. I want him to fling his Drake, Bobby. I want him to fling it. Is that so wrong?
No, it's so right. Does he have fling?
No. No, but I want him to do it. Taking stock.
Yeah, like a battle rage would be like, yeah. There's just so many.
There's anything that can give trample. Like Crash Through is great. Fling just can get you there.
Just add all these good cards to your deck.
Yeah.
Do it.
Just stop, pause the game. We'll just unsleeve a couple things.
You get rid of that careful study, frantic search nonsense. Those don't do anything.
There's passing.
Wow.
He doesn't want to make an enemy of Tony.
I'm surprised. I mean, I would just... I don't know.
And we miss another ping on end step 2.
Damage left. If I had a nickel for every damage left unused, I'd be a wealthy...
You'd have several nickels at the very least.
Yeah.
tanking. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap. Tap, tap, tap. So it's 8. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're not going to get the counter. Give a haste. So we must really value those 2 mana if we're not going to go for the counter on it with the Forge. Attack Clay.
I mean, could be going for a win. I hope there's a win.
He's only got 2 mana left.
Well, oh yeah, right. Because I always forget you can't use the Val mana, right?
Yeah. So maybe next turn, but I don't know. But in that case,
the likelihood of a next turn is growing increasingly slim.
So Lobbard again untaps with infinity mana. 3 cards in hand after his draw step. Clay with 1,000,000 cards.
Downshift Thud says, dude, I don't know what that card does either.
It's a flame that costs 1 mana. Yeah. I think it might be a sorcery, though.
It is. That is a difference. That card's sweet, though.
Pilgrim's Eye, another 1/1 flyer.
Alec, you're too slow.
To completely stonewall Clay for another turn.
Yeah. It's impressive how these little 1/1 flyers are just like completely derailing Clay's plan. Mm-hmm. And they're buying Lobbert so much time.
Yeah, a ton. It's putting him in this position where like he just has to sit there and not attack because he clearly like wants access to the cards in Tony's hand to interact if he needs to.
Yeah.
He just can't do anything.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like Lobbert has the Monarch, and no one can break through.
Well, I don't know if he wants access to what Tony has. He just knows Tony has Echoing Truth, and that sets him so far behind against Lobbert.
Well, right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's tricky.
But in case Lobbert tries something, then we have an Echoing Truth. The table has access to an Echoing Truth. I mean, it's pretty savvy of Clay, but it just puts him in a position where he just isn't doing anything on his turn.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he drew 6 cards, but like that's it. Didn't use any of them.
I do like drawing cards though, so
it is fun. Speaking of which, scrying 2 off of a venture here. So he probably went to the room, made it so that Kraken Drake can't attack.
Yeah, which is a huge.
Which sucks, yeah.
Because it doesn't. It like stops it. Now Clay can't kill Tony either. So
yeah. And now like Lobbert has, because like to deal with Tony, Lobbert has to commit his creatures pretty hard, or he did. But now the Kraken Drake can't attack.
Yeah, I think if I'm Lobbert, I just kill Tony.
Yeah.
Kill Tony. I mean, nothing Clay can do scares me. I guess Lobbert doesn't know whether or not Clay's on combo, maybe, but like.
I guess Lobbert can't kill him because he only has one. He could deal 4.
Yeah, I mean, you force the issue.
You force the Echoing Truth, basically. Just get it out of the way.
And then depending on what you have, you probably just venture again.
Yeah, I mean, you got enough mana to just dump into it. Not much else is happening.
All right, Clay with something here. Scred. On the filigree.
Okay. So he's giving Tony a hand. I assume they're going at Tony. I mean, they might be going at Clay.
I don't know. I think Lobbert pointed at 2 different people with those attacks. I think the Sphinx was going at Tony, and the other thing was going at Clay.
Sure. Yeah, that Scred cleans it up a little bit, though. Like, now that card's off the table, you're under a lot less pressure.
Yeah. The issue is if Tony takes this, he's now dead to birds.
Yes.
I mean,
but Clay's already established that he's not really particularly interested in killing him.
Yeah, it's just tough. Yeah, he took the 3.
Yeah. Also, it kind of, if I were Lobert, I would want to have protected that attendant.
Yeah, I think that's gonna
So
be what wins you the game.
yeah, so it kind of just gives you an idea of what might be in his hand, not a counter spell or something like that, or a piece of protection.
Yeah, there might be, and he might be ready to shift to the combo plan and was just waiting.
All right, we spin our wheels a little bit over here.
Only 2 cards in hand, lots of mana.
Yep. So. Yeah, that's why That's why he is venturing like 2 times a turn now. Because
I'm surprised he didn't venture one more though. I mean,
yeah, I feel like he might have a removal spell in his hand, but not a piece of counter magic.
Yeah. Loot away miscalc.
So like a breath weapon here would be really good if that read is correct. I just want to see more removal, I guess. Like, just to get some of these things off the board. Yeah. Like once he gets to the end of the Mad Mage, it's going to be hard, I think, to recover at that point.
Yeah, I think the issue is I don't know how much he has to like. I mean, you said he just has the breath weapon left, right? So
yeah, it's the only sweeper outside Electricity. But even something like, I don't know, like Heated Debate targeting the wall or something, is a good way to slow Robert down. Because like I said, once he reaches the end of the Mad Mage, he's going to draw 3 cards and cast one of them for free. And that's very good.
Yeah.
Especially when like Robert's been running on kind of like a low card count for so long, like giving him a fresh influx of resources is going to probably go a long way to shift stuff. All right, so we're going to make a crab and make a clue. But wait, there's more. I'm going to sacrifice the clue. Draw a card. So it's got access to 5 mana, potentially 2 red, 3 blue. He's still got a fistful of cards. Drake's up to 21, but it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter at all. And we're going to pass.
All right. What we got? Oh, we got disconnections.
We got everybody died.
All right.
Goodbye.
I'm going to refresh too.
All right, we're getting them back here. I've got Clay back. Robert's coming in. This is the thing I really like about like the Sphinx Summoner list as well. It has like really great dedicated combo lines. It also just like gums up the board, which is something that's like really handy if you're a combo deck. So now Tony's got an untapped Vol, a lot of mana to work with.
But a lot of cards in other players' hands.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. Oh, just pass. Okay.
Okay.
Not even an attack at could you even really attack at Lobert? Yeah.
In theory.
Huh.
I mean, yeah. All right, so we're gonna cast those 2 this turn. He's in that room with Mad Mage. Exile top 2, you can cast him. Speller's Capsule, or Executioner's Capsule is good for obvious reasons. Reckoner's Bargain is going to be really good here too. With this much mana, I mean, just getting Summoner off the board, gaining 5 life.
Oh, okay, there's Ashnod's. I think he has enough stuff that he can probably just sack to get Sphinx's Summoner at the other 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, definitely close, if not already there. It's like Clay's life is flashing before his eyes on the player cam there.
So everyone is just thinking in response to Zashawn's ulti right now? Is that what's going on?
I think, yeah.
I mean,
nobody's snapping off a counterspell.
Yeah, removal isn't going to do much here, unfortunately, for the class, so...
It looks like Clay's discussing it. At this point, you're probably just, like, talking to Tony, taking stock of, like, what interaction you have.
Yeah, I mean, it's a counterspell or bust, I think, at this point.
Yeah, looks like we're responding. Negate.
It's a pretty good one.
He says, no, no, no. And Ashnod's goes to the yard. But, like, yeah, this Reckoner's Broken is a pretty good impression, though. Okay, we're just going to pitch that thing. Game 1. I guess his life total doesn't matter, so it doesn't matter if he sacrifices a summoner. I guess it's more of an issue of, like, you know, if you want to recast it to get something.
Yeah. Hey.
But even then, I guess it would be up to 9 to cast it.
I mean, we're at 3 seconds from tying around.
Oh, sure.
I don't know if they had an extension.
I don't think so.
Alright, we got 1 report. We got Hive on turn 12. Boop. Alright, so yeah, so this is the last match going.
Yep. Like we're passing to Clay. We're perplexing, or transmuting perplex and then passing.
So they might have some extension. Brief one. Or they're about to just pick them all up.
I think they should. Clay should employ Lobert's tactic from last game and just ask them to concede.
You guys want to concede? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, looks like that's a draw.
All right. Yep.
So,
yeah. So, okay. So Tony was pretty close there.
Yeah.
But Clay had 4 counterspells.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is a great example of like something you need to keep, you know, track of if you're building a deck that's revolving around a single large piece of like combat damage to win the game. Is you need to be able to force it through, and sometimes just raw evasion isn't enough. Like having flying is great, but that only gets you so far when you're playing against a deck that, you know, is making spirit tokens or bird tokens, or, you know, just deploys a sky scanner. These things really set you behind, and it's, I think, worth building in packages to your deck that are specifically meant to circumvent those.
Yeah.
Because that stuff's like by no means unpopular, like those sorts of effects that just like gum up the ground. I think that's, you know, something that a lot of decks are paying more attention to now, is ways to just buy time on the battlefield. You know, like TPI does that really well. It demonstrates that. Abdel, same thing. Like just stuff to get in the way while you're able to assemble your combo or whatever pieces you need.
Yeah, just buying an extra turn or two is all you need. And I mean, all Lobert's random guys buy him like countless extra turns, you know. So
yeah,
So that was a draw. That was a good one though. It was fun to watch. I like that.
Yeah, it was a really interesting game.
But yeah, so I think we'll call it real quick for there. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna tabulate all the fun math stuff to figure out who's in top 4. Get that all situated, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about who's in the top 4, maybe talk about their deck lists real quick, and then we'll go live with the finals. And I think it'll be all of us.
Yeah, we have to you know, do a ritual here to
Alcadron. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we'll call it there, and we'll see you all here in just a minute for the finals.
Sure will.